colours, some lovely colours. I've got permanent rose, I've got purple lake, I've got cadmium orange, and they're in my Winsor & Newton little palette there. And I've got a medium-sized brush, cold pressed watercolour paper all taped down, and I thought it'd be kind of nice to do these little tree shapes. Really easy, simple watercolour this. Don't have to really think about it, you just need to get the colours down. So I've just grabbed this colour and I'm just putting a load of these little tree shapes down and then mixing the colour up a little bit in my palette. And I've got the permanent lake there and laying that on. And then I've added some of that cadmium orange. And as you can see, I've put some of the trees behind others. So it's a layering process. You've got trees at the front, you've got trees behind, and we just want a page full of these trees. Really easy, simple to do, just a little bit of fun, just to put a smile on your face. So continuing, filling those white gaps with the paint, trying to remember which tree is in front and which tree is behind, and alternating those colours as I go, because I don't want two colours to be next to each other. I want to be able to define which tree is where. So I hope you get to try this. This is just so easy to do. A bit of fun, as I said earlier. And we're just going to fill our page full of these lovely coloured paints. I love these juicy colours. I think they're really vibrant and really put a smile on your face. Really nice for summer colours. These could look a bit like flowers. They do that. When I got to this stage, I thought, oh, they do look like, you know, sort of like a field of flowers. Very pretty. So just finishing off there, just making sure every little bit of white space is covered up, and then I've let the paint dry and I've grabbed some lovely coloured Posca pens. Now these pens, very similar colours to the paint colours that we've already put down, and I'm just doing the outside of those trees with different colour pens. So if I've got a purple tree, I'm putting a pink background. If I've got a pink background, I'm putting a yellow background behind. So just so it makes those trees pop off the page and they all look like little individual shapes. So once you've outlined all of your trees, then you're going to want to do some little patterns inside of them. And I'm just thinking maybe some lines, maybe some dots, some circles, simple shapes, just to make them look a little bit tree-like, make them look like individual trees. You could leave it at this stage and just have it just as that, but I just wanted to carry on. I just wanted to continue, and I always feel like that. I always feel as though I just want to keep going, filling the page until I'm happy. Sometimes I can overdo it and I get to a stage where I think, oh, I should have stopped 10 minutes ago, but it really doesn't matter, because it's just about the time you're enjoying doing the painting that you're doing in front of you, and it's about getting lost in that time where nothing else matters apart from what you're doing in front of you. So I really love that feeling that time just sort of slips away and I'm just absorbed with what I'm doing in front of me. And if it turns out good, I'm really pleased with that. If it doesn't, I'm not too worried about it. So continuing, filling all of these trees full of lovely little shapes, alternating the colours. So I've done the outside in one colour and I'm doing the shapes and patterns inside with a different colour, and I think it's really starting to pop off that page. The bright colours are really zinging against one another, and I love the way this is starting to look. I think it's really nice. What do you think? Do you like it? Is this something you will try? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I will always come back to you. I look at the comments very regularly. If you like this, maybe you'll consider liking, subscribing, and then you'll get to see all my new videos that are coming out. And it'd be so nice if you could join me and watch some of those. So continuing, and I've still got some spaces left, and that's great news because it means that I can just continue with this doodling. And I've grabbed a black fine liner because I think that offers like a shadow gap behind your drawing that you've already done, all of that outlining, and it makes the colours sort of pop off the page. So outlining all of those patterns that I've already done, and then you will see the difference. I mean, you might want to leave it like that, and that looks really nice as it is, but I think just adding that black pen just makes everything pop a little bit better off the page. So when you've painted a picture like this, it either can be a standalone picture, or you might decide at a later date to use it as part of another picture. So you could collage it or use it as a background for something else. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for, but maybe you could give me some ideas. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your ideas, and maybe I can utilize this at a later date. I hate it when you do a painting and it doesn't necessarily get shown and it's just hanging around in the background. I always like to bring them out and repurpose them into something else. Just gives you that second enjoyment of looking at a painting that you've previously done. So I'm just completing all of these lovely patterns, just going around, making sure that they have all got this shadow gap behind them. And I think it's starting to pop a little bit now, and really enjoying doing this. It just really gets you in the zone, and you sort of get lost in that moment, just completing all of those patterns and making sure that I've gone round them all. Some of them sometimes you forget and you have to go back once you have a second look at it. But I'm sort of trying to be a bit methodical. I started up in the left-hand corner and sort of worked my way across and coming down as I went. So once you've come to complete all of that, then it's time to reveal your painting, and you'll need to heat up all of that tape unless it could rip, and you don't want that after you've done all of this. It's nothing more disappointing than having a torn painting. And I'm going to bring it up to the camera so you can see a little bit more detail. And I think it's worked out quite well. Not sure what I'm going to do with this painting, but maybe if you can leave me a comment, maybe like, subscribe, that'd be great, and then you get to see all the new paintings that I do, and maybe you'll see this painting repurposed in another painting. So thanks for spending the time. Hope to see you again soon. Okay then, bye.